Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 91 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series, where today I'm working on a few things to improve this room. First off, I'm making some ultimate tier installers, which is kind of like the top tier uberest of uber production things, which should be cool, but I guess we'll find out. Currently processing a bunch of the uranium that I had from previous, you know, hopefully the slurry's all behaving. It seems like it is. It's not, well, we'll see what happens, right? But so far, so good. You guys are done, which means I can bing, bang, boom these guys, right? And that should be pretty cool. That'll just get me that much more. Another thing I did between episodes was I got ultimate chemical tanks and placed them here, so that these will just hold a bigger buffer. Now, I could have gone with ultimate... I looked into this to decide which would be better. So, ultimate pressurized tubes hold 1,000,000 millibuckets. These hold 8 million. So the ultimate chemical tanks hold a decent amount of stuff. Now remember, my main bottleneck here, however, is actually brine, which we're going to have to deal with. And I've been tick accelerating these things in here to get ready to start recording. So that's a portion of why things are not, you know, that's a little bit cooled off, right? Because by tick accelerating it, it was using up heat faster than my heater was producing it. But it's catching back up now. And then you guys are making uranium now, which is cool, and everybody's making uranium. Good job, everybody. I am proud of you for not getting back stuffed no more. That is a nice job. I gotta say, I'm very pleased. Well done overall. Nope. Somebody got stuck. See, we have an odd number of liquids here. So that still happens, and I don't know why. It's a little bit annoying. It's a little bit annoying to me. Like, they're all off, dude. Like, every one of these is off now. So I lied when I said that this was okay. It's not even a little bit okay. It's definitely bad times. But, alright, I'll have to manually fix it. I still have no idea. The only solution that I can think of right now for this would be if I were to, like, have a separate one of these for each type of... And that would just be a terrible experience that I don't want to have to go through. So... we'll see what I can come up with. I was really hoping that this was the solution, transferring 200 millibuckets of gas every tick. And I can't change any of these without adding in a pipes upgrade. And these would unlock further things, would also increase the speed, which just wouldn't be good. So I don't know. I'll have to think about it. There's got to be something that I can do to make that work better. But the next thing I was going to do was get a supreme black hole tank. So here's my thought, right? This room sits dormant for a while, and then it has a bunch of activity, and then it sits dormant for a while again. So the more of a buffer I can have on stuff that I need, the better. So like right now, we're building up a nice buffer of hydrogen chloride, so that when a bunch of activity happens, we have a large amount of hydrogen chloride ready to go. I'm going to do something similar here. So what I'm going to do is probably... Are you guys like the only yellows in this room? Yes. So what I'm going to actually do is disconnect you two, right? So that instead of existing, I'm going to have you on the down, right? So on the east, you're extracting on yellow. So on the down, you're going to insert on yellow. And that is now building up a ton of brine, right? And then over here, I'm going to have you extract on yellow. And be overclocked, right? So now you're getting a bunch of brine, right? So imagine, if you will, what's going to happen in the future is we're going to have like a nice backlog of brine. And this is a supreme black hole tank from Industrial Foregoing, which can hold 2.1 billion millibuckets. A lot of buckets, right? So very, very large amount of storage to be had here. Now, why are you backstuffing on chlorine? What's that about? Gas, sodium. So what are you having a problem with here? Hydrogen? What's that about? So you're... what? Oxygen, idle. So are you not running because... you're full? You're idle and idle. So you're not running because it's full? Is that how that's set up to work? I guess so. I should probably be dumping excess of you. Is that fair? So that you can run, so that you can make hydrogen, and then you can do that, and that's cool. Yeah. I'm assuming we would probably want to dump excess on both sides, right? Yes. So that means that we're constantly wasting about 40,000 RF per tick. But considering we're making in the millions, I'm okay with that, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that, right? Okay. So now we are cool, right? Like, so we're gonna have a backstuffing of brine, we're gonna have a backstuffing of hydrogen chloride. I think that's cool, right? So that should really just go nuts on the brine. Wow, you really just can't keep up, can you? You can see him extracting like 3, you know, lots and lots, right? So we're producing a ton of brine here. You can see a large backstuffing happening, but yeah, that's definitely a thing. It's kind of cool. Trying to decide what's not working here, because I feel like we shouldn't be backstuffed, or we shouldn't be having a problem, right? We're just not producing brine fast enough. That might just be it. We're not producing brine fast enough still. That's okay. Well, it'll keep happening, right? But we're up to 364, you know, millibuckets, you know. So we're doing good. So that'll just run, and I'll let that back stuff, right? Right now, we're doing good on uranium. How am I for fluorite, though? Because there's two main resources that we're using just like a ridiculously stupid amount of, and that is uranium and fluorite. Now, in fairness, we definitely have the fluorite bees doing their beely activities. This thing is doing okay, and we've got fluorite happening here. So what is the bottleneck right now? Is it sulfur? It is sulfur, of all things. So right now, believe it or not, sulfur is my bottleneck. And I've got sulfur being produced here, but I guess he's just not running fast enough. Like, it's just not fast enough. Should I make a sulfur dimension? Let's see why I couldn't make a sulfur dimension, right? I could. This seems like a good time. Real quick, I would like to repair my pickaxe before it breaks. Can you believe I'm on episode, what, 91? And I'm still using a vanilla diamond pickaxe with no enchants. It's kind of funny. I mean, I find it funny. I don't know what you guys think, but I think it's cool. All right, so maybe we make a sulfur dimension, right? So do we have sulfur? There's liquid sulfur dioxide, right? But there's no sulfur ore or deep slate sulfur ore? Really? That's interesting. Because you would think there would be sulfur ore. That is interesting. Sulfur trioxide, liquid sulfuric acid. Now that's a thing. Think about this for a sec. Alright, so you're all for the purposes of making what? Uranium oxide, right? So if we say uranium oxide plus hydrofluoric acid, and that is made with sulfuric acid. Okay, so here's a question. Could I have a dimension made of hydrofluoric acid? Liquid hydrofluoric acid? Liquid hydrogen chloride. So liquid hydrofluoric acid is a fluid dimlet that we could get. Now that is rarity rare. So I did process a few of my rares, right? And what I got by way of rare knowledge is as follows. I got rare structures, I got rare blocks, and I got rare fluids from mechanism. Ooh. Well, that's exciting. Hydrofluoric acid is now that. Yeah. Hoo-hoo. Ha. Hee ha ha. Hoo-hoo-hoo. I have an idea. All right. So this is going to require rare dimensional essence. Okay. But if I made hydrofluoric acid, which I'm thinking is a liquid, right? Is it hydrofluoric acid is a liquid? It's liquid hydrofluoric acid. So I can get liquid hydrofluoric acid, and then I can rotary condensator it into hydrofluoric acid. It's a gas that I need, but I can make a dimension full of liquid. I think that's doable. I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, so, and then for hydrofluoric acid, for liquid hydrofluoric acid, we're going to need the tier 3 things. And then we're going to need a liquid from the dimensions mod. Or is it called a fluid? Yeah, there it is. Fluid absorber. Okay. So that's going to need some sponges. Right. And a bucket of water. I'm tired of not having buckets. Okay. And then the sponge. I remember making one like a couple days ago. How did I make these? There's a sponge bee. Where did I get sponges from? Elder Guardians dropped them. And I could loot fabricate Elder Guardians to get sponges. Alright, let me go get a sponge or two from Elder Guardian. I might need to get a mob imprisonment tool. Let's do that. Let's get one of these. If I pick up an Elder Guardian, can I get sponges? Does that sound cool? So if I want sponges as a drop, or liquid sponges is more the realistic one. Elder Guardians and possessed Elder Guardians seem to drop them. So what I'm going to do is head for the water temple, which is the red dot. Luckily, it's still labeled. Okay, cool. Look at that. And then if we find an Elder Guardian, scoop them up, mob spawner, yada yada. And then I'm going to make a dimension full of that liquid. Does that sound cool to anybody? I hope so, because it's kind of what I'm going to do, and I hope that sounds good to you guys. Alright, so let me do this. I'm going to fly away. I'm going to turn on my entity tracker. Elder? So if I do that, does that mean we'll only entity track mobs with the word Elder in their name? Guardian is targeting you. I agree. Ow. Yeah, Guardian is... I know. I'm fully aware. Did I kill all the Elder Guardians here, you think? So if I said, not that. I'm not seeing anything that indicates there might be any luck. Let's go to another temple and see if we get any luck. There's another one right over here, actually. But my hope is that I can, like, find an Elder Guardian in here. Would that be what I want to do? Rude. Alright, let me see if I can find an Elder Guardian. I'll come back, because I feel like me derping around in this temple might get boring real quick. So, I'll be back in a minute if I find one. I would expect there to be one here. The only thing I can think of otherwise... See, it says there's an Elder Guardian right there. Why aren't you finding him? Maybe it needs the capital E? Tracked entities on the right. Elder Guardian. Do I need to, like, fully spell it out? Because the map is showing that there's an Elder Guardian here, so we just need to go find him inside the temple. Alright, let me do that. Up here. Where might he be? Is that him? No, that is a shrimp. It's close, though. It's close. Alright, I'll be back when I find the room with the Elder... Because clearly there's one here. I don't know why it's not showing up on the tracker, but... whatevers. I'll find him, and I'll be right back. Cool? Found one. Yoink. Hehehe. Now, do you think I can do this? Okay, so not Enderman, but Elder Guardian. Kind of ish, right? Alright, so you guys all go away. Along with you and you. And how are we getting for sponges? We got a few wet sponges now. Are we out of fluid essence? I guess so. Yeah, I'm gonna need you on. And there you go. Cool. So, like, they're really big, but they still kind of get pushed into there. The problem is they're so big, they're sometimes pushed outside the walls, which I guess is not great. But just to get a few sponges, I guess I can manage that. And they eventually die outside of water, right? That I actually don't know the answer to. They hurt, though. I'll tell you that much. Okay. So that's probably sufficient for now. And then I can do something with these sponges, like smelt them, right? Yeah. Okay, so put this away, put that away, sort. These guys can go away, this can go away, this can go away. Cleaning up inventory, bear with me. And you can go away for the time being. And then we just smelt some sponges to get a wet sponge, and then we can get our fluid absorber. And that should be cool. All right, so now what we need to do is get some liquid of what we want, right? So what we want is liquid hydrofluoric acid. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head to my reactor, and I'm gonna tell you, hey, Mr. Makes hydrofluoric acid, rather than ejecting to the right for gases, I would like you to eject to the top for gases. So now you're going to make a bunch of hydrofluoric acid, and now we get a rotary condensator. And you do that. And you get hydrofluoric acid, which is what I want. I do not want whatever you are to get in there. So where's this thing? Okay, so now you're hydrofluoric acid, and I would like you to rotary condensatrate your way. Ultimate cables, please. And this is obviously a temporary setup just to get myself some liquid hydrofluoric acid. Right. And now upgrades. Get me 40 speeds and 40 energies. Obviously only needing 8 of each ultimately, but we'll get there. Okay. Now, what I need is... Oh, I still have mining fatigue. Wow, that is really slow. You and you. And now you're going to get a bunch of hydrofluoric acid, right? And then what we want is a tank. Right? And that'll hold 64 buckets worth. So now if I said, hey, you fluids on the up, you're going to fill up with 64 buckets of liquid hydrofluoric acid. Now I'm assuming that I can't just... I'm pretty sure it's an in-world thing. But I guess we could always test it. Can it go in here? I guess not. Okay, that's fair. But I'm guessing, in theory, that I can get like a bucket's worth? Okay. We're getting there. Did I ever get the thing that lets me like heal, leap, ignite, heal, harm? It's not heal. Like dispel. It's a spell that will like, by the time I go make it, I'm gonna be like, it's 10 more seconds I can manage. What I'll do, you don't care. Okay. So if I put this here and I put that there and I put this fluid there, you're gonna absorb, and I'm assuming that that's cool. Okay. So let's do this. Boom, boom, boom. And he's soaking it up. Now that's going to take definitely a hot minute. Fluid placer from industrial foregoing. You need energy? Okay. Flux point. Okay, so now you're ready to place fluids. If I just snag you and put you here, and then set you to do this, you are rotated the wrong way. I don't want you to lose that. Okay, I need you to be placed the correct direction, fluid placer. Redstone signal ignored. I bet it's because it's... No, it's probably not, because I said that... Yeah, we're not even chunk loaded here. Why you don't want to place... Are you placing? Oh, I think you might be placing. Wow, you're slow. Oh, yeah, no, he's placing. He's just really slow. Doo-doo. 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 Cool. Okay. Does that work? So then we do this. He'll fill up. Courtesy of Buddy. And then he'll drain, and then he'll fill, right? And eventually this will be full. So let's come back in a few minutes once this hits 100%. Deal? I should find something. You know, I could probably just take accelerate it too, right? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll come back when it's full. Cool? Alright, I think that's not too shabby. So now we should have liquid hydrofluoric acid. I just want this to be nice and emptied. Cool, cool. And why do you keep placing when you're empty already? Okay, now we're done, right? Yes, okay. So you go away, 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 you go away. Okay. And then I don't need you no more, though I may-ish in a bit. I'm gonna just leave you there. That'll probably be fine. Okay, and then your sidedness will go back to gases outputting that direction. And now you're making uranium hexafluoride once again. Cool. And then you're making more fissile fuel. And everybody's happy? Everybody's happy. How's my antimatter coming along, by the way? We're almost... It's ridiculous how long this is taking to make. Almost, though, have an antimatter. It's kind of cool. So nuclear waste is backstuffing, but that's fine. That's kind of to be expected. Because it's nighttime, and the solar neutron doesn't work at night. Alright, so let's do this now. Let's go make a dimension for all this fluid. Okay? Alright, so you're gonna run, and you're gonna clear out the backlog, and hopefully that's cool. We'll find out. Alright, you are coming with me now. Okay? Down here. And we're gonna want, from the dimensions mod... Did I ever make all these? So I want this one, right? So that's gonna need a decent amount of that. I'm assuming I need 2 sets of these, right? Because I'm assuming going to need this, and then that upgrades to this. And I said we needed a tier 3 for rare, right? And then the same deal for this guy. Upgrades to this guy, upgrades to this guy. We're going to need more rare dimensional essence. And if I recall correctly, my first dimension, right, I can swap these two out. Dyer's first dim, okay, and dial it up. Now, in fairness, like, it takes energy and there's a large amount of it there, but we should be cool. So now if I go looking around, we should see... now, I could also... I did get... what are these things called? These guys are what I'm after, right? Rare blobs. I did get a mob imprisonment tool, these type of blob. I might want to... I have a lot of health, holy cow. Oh, there's a legendary blob in these dimensions? Oh my goodness. Give me another mob imprisonment tool, please, because I want that legendary blob. I don't know how uncommon it is to find them, but I'm excited that I got one. Okay. So you come with me. We're going to swap you guys out now for my rare blob, because that's what we need at the moment. Turn him on. And we should be getting lots of rare drop. Nice. Yeah, they're kind of big, so they get stuck in the walls a little bit. And the legendary is probably going to be even worse, if I'm being honest. But I don't even know what requires legendary, if I'm being honest. I don't know. I have no idea what's going to require legendary dimlets. But I guess we'll find out, right? Alright, so that's cool. So that's enough rare blobs for now. Okay. So what we were making was this guy to a rare. Okay. And then if I want hydrofluoric acid, liquid hydrofluoric acid from mechanism needs this, fluid dimlet thing. So from dimensions, there should be an empty structure, biome, controller, block, fluid dimlet. Empty fluid dimlet. Okay. And then the block. And then we're going to need some dimensional shard ore, some rare dimensional stuff, and some other common dimensional storage stuff. Those come from what? Common blobs? Should probably grab a few more of them while we're at it. So swap you out with common blobs. And go. Nice. Well, that seems to work pretty well. And any excesses will just die out, right? Okay. So now that should be cool. So hydrofluoric acid will be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and that should be it. And now we should be able to create liquid hydrofluoric acid from mechanism. Create. Boom. That's kind of cool. Okay, now where does this have to go in front of? Either terrain or a feature. So I'm thinking terrain. What do we have by way of terrain? Spikes, chaotic, cavern, platforms, ravine, waves? I don't think that's what we want. What we want is normal platforms, ravine, spikes, void, waves. I don't think waves is what I want. I think what we want is an ocean biome. So that's common rarity. So a lot of these guys got made, right? So let's get common fluids, common biome category. That might be cool. Common biome. Common biome categories. I don't know why they don't stack with each other. Common block, common biomes. We'll throw them into this thing and see what we get. So ocean, deep cold ocean. I think just ocean. Is that cool? I guess. And that's all tier 1 stuff. And it's a bucket of water that I need over there. So I guess that's cool. Okay. So we would do this. And then a bucket of water. And then dimensional doohickey, we need one of these. It's all tier 1 stuff, right? And this. So a bucket of water. And then an empty biome. Dimlet. Okay. And then we would say ocean biome. That sounds cool. Create. Just create. Key ocean. Am I doing this wrong? You're there. You're there. Empty biome dimlet. Bucket of water. That should work. See, these guys need you to absorb. And I could go find a cold ocean. Like, that would be probably fine. What if I did cold ocean? That's the same kind of deal, just a different layout of these guys. How about I do cold ocean? Is that cold? Cold ocean doesn't have ice, does it? I don't actually know. As long as there's liquid, I think we'll be fine. So let's get a biome absorber. And I think what we do is we place it in the biome we want. So we need to find a cold ocean somewhere. So this is ocean. This is also ocean. Is this cold ocean up here? It is. So just due north of me is a cold ocean. So what I do is I bring, if my elevator will work, due north, there should be a cold ocean. And we'll see it on the top right. See, this is a cold ocean biome. Okay, so now we're on cold ocean. Let's turn off our entity tracker because we don't really need that. And we place the biome absorber, and he starts absorbing the biome. So just by existing here. And then I'll speed that up. And that's it. That's all she wrote. So then we'll try cold ocean biome. Instead of bucket, you get cold ocean. Create. There you go. Cold ocean. Okay. Single biome. Is that what I'm looking for? Single biome? So that needs to be a common something. Let's just get all our commons here and put them in here. We'll just take all these guys too and just put them in here. I have no idea, but I'm just at this point getting them all. So now can I make a single? I still don't have that? All right, so then I'm going to need more of these, and I'm going to need these to get researched. And I'm going to have to tick accelerate it and put away whatever this is. Cool. And then we're just going to hope that one of these is the thing that I need. Right? That gives me the single biome. So I'll come back in a sec. Okay, I don't know how, but I got admin dimlets, and I don't know what that... I don't think I'm supposed to have them, but something gave me them. What gave me them? Common admin. Oh, well, there you go. Okay, that's what did it. I would really like a single biome, though, please. Could you possibly do that for me? Can I look for controller? Checkerboard. I don't want that, though. Yeah. I'm just going to have to hope that I get lucky. I'll come back in a sec. What did I get here? Common structure and common feature. I'll research more of these, and if I have to farm more Enderman, I will. Well, I decided to skip the part where I put things into a chest and let them just go straight into here, because I figured that would be cool. It seems like it is thus far. I'm kind of like waiting for like a new, like, because it keeps adding to the existing stack, so I'm like hoping at some point it adds a new one. Common biome category. Please tell me that's it. Oh my goodness, it's not. How is it not? It's a common biome category. Let's go. And I'm just snagging these ones as well. Common biome attribute. I don't know what that gives me, but I guess we'll see. Well, I have my Enderman farm obviously running. So I got uncommon time, common biome category. I got another common biome category. Still not single though. All I want is a single biome. Is that too much to ask? Back when I get it. All right, so I've been doing this for a long time now, and I am not getting any luck. Like, look how many of these things we've got, and still no luck. So I'm debating if I just want to wrap up the episode here, because we're kind of at the end of the it's about time. So I think what I'm going to do is wrap up here. I really wish there was a way to like control which of these we get, but I'm pretty sure it's RNG only at this point. I think it's really just a matter of like waiting until I get lucky. I don't think single biome. I don't think I can do that, right? I think, yeah. I think I straight up need to wait until I get this guy, right? And then we'll see what happens. But for now, wrapping up point. Let's do that. Let's just wrap up. And when we come back next time, hopefully I will have it. If not, I'll come up with another solution, right? I could go with like normal world gen or something like that and just go find an ocean, right? Because I think if I just went with normal terrain, maybe we try that real quick. Let's try that. Let's try it. Let's see what happens, right? I will burn through the last of these guys, and then if this doesn't work, what I'm going to do is just create a normal terrain with the cold ocean biome, and the hydro. Where is it? Where's my hydrogen fluoride stuff that I made? Hydrofluoric acid. Fluid dimlet. That's lava. I did make it, right? Did I put it in here? Ah, there it is. Okay, cool. So then I do this. Fluid should come either before either a terrain or a feature. So if I just do like normal, normal terrain dimlet. So that would be dirt with dimensional dirt. And then we did empty terrain dimlet. And then we did this. And then we did this. And I'm going to take these 44, put them in here real quick. Let them cook. So then if I told you fluid dimlet, hydrofluoric acid, terrain dimlet, I want you to be normal. Okay, and you're going to go here, and then you, and then you, and then you, and then these three. Create. Perfect. Terrain dimlet, normal. Right? So now we should have a normal terrain whose oceans, assuming there are oceans, are made up of hydrofluoric acid. Is that cool? Now, any chance that I got my common biome controller? Ooh, did I get it? Did I finally get it? Nope, I got another. Let's see, controller. I got default. Default. Okay, so we still have to hope for the RNG, all right? I'm like a gambler at this point. I'm like, come on! Give me my new biome controller. So I'm looking for the biome controller that includes single biome. But if I don't get it, I don't get it. So what did I get here? Another common structure. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do it up. I'm just going to create it. Dire Hydro 1. And then we need a realized dimension tab. Or an empty dimension tab. That will become a realized. Right. So Dire Hydro 1. We're going to just try it. Store it. So that should have what we need. And then we throw it in the thing here. We build it out. There'll be a touch of lag while the world gen happens. Right? Okay, and then dial it up. Dimensional room, Dire Hydro 1, dial once, whoop, cross your fingers. So if we can find an ocean in this dimension, it should be made up of hydrofluoric acid. Cool, I guess. And what we could do is we could use our nature's compass to find an ocean. So like, search, there's a cold ocean, not found, right? Deep ocean, search, not found. How about just ocean? Oh, hang on, there's something here. There's a plains biome. There's a plains biome that apparently has hydrofluoric acid in it. So hey, that works. That's cool. All right, so next episode we'll come back and harvest this stuff. I don't know why a plains biome has this, but it does, and I'll take it. So that's kind of cool. What in the world is this thing? Is this like one of those, this is some kind of structure. It's cool. Cool. Neato. Anyway, that should be hydrofluoric acid. We can check with a bucket, right? Why, yes, liquid hydrofluoric acid bucket. Ooh, that's cool. All right, let's come back next episode and harvest that, all right? So for now, wrapping up point. LetsPlay sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.